All right, thanks, Casey, and welcome up top. Matt Stewart joined up here with Cole Cubelic, former Auburn Tigers center and team captain. I know you're excited about this game. Cole's been talking about the wham play all week. You really like Arkansas's brand of ball and offense.
I love the way they play physical football. This offensive line gets after you, and, of course, they're going to try and punch you in the mouth. It's what they did last week in the first half against Auburn. There's your wham play right there. They absolutely punched Auburn in the gut with that play. The power play was working as well. And you want to see the wham play? Here it is again. Wham, right up the middle. This Arkansas offense was on all cylinders early on. The toss play was also effective. You know this stable of running backs is going to get the job done. Offensive line looked great in the first half. Now build on that. Put two halves of football together here at non-conference play in week 2 and try to go out and prove that you're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the SEC.
History. They win for the first time in 356 days. Matt Stewart along with Cole Cubelic, now 1-1 on the season. What do we know about this Arkansas team?
They're a physical football team, and I think the line play is not a deficiency for the Razorbacks anymore. The depth on the offensive line is coming. We saw a reserve guard, a reserve tackle get meaningful reps today, and I think they're guys who can mold into meaningful positions over the course of the season. The defensive front is legit. I think the first 4 can get after you, can cause a lot of problems. The depth there needs to come. I don't think the depth on defense is as close as it is on the offensive line, but it's coming.
A push from the defensive line that time, Cole.
Hey, you'd like to point out one guy on this defensive line that gets a push, but really it's all 4. You see the tackle game on the inside. That's where the initial penetration comes from. Here's Flowers on the outside. Nice push, getting those hands in on the breastplate of the offensive tackle. Really no time to operate there for Kalen Henderson.
Connor Frio. See if Nichols can settle down here and at least put together some kind of a drive to keep their defense off the field, keep the ball out of Arkansas's hands.
Well, the problem here early, Matt, is they're longer developing plays that are being called for the most part, longer developing routes, and you're not getting that protection with Arkansas only bringing 4. They're able to get a lot of pressure with just 4, so you have extra defenders on the back end. They had some success with screens against Air Force last week. Maybe try to get the ball into the hands of a playmaker here with the screen, get him out in open space, and let him gain positive yards.
Michael Henry on the carry. Jamichael Winston, the defensive end, making the stop. Picked up a couple of yards on the play. And there you see Bijan Jackson, number 78. He's the other nose guard here. He's only 70 pounds heavier than Tywan Johnson.
You look at Big Bijan and you say, okay, that's an SEC nose guard right there.
Looks like it.
This young man is a true freshman of El Dorado, Arkansas. He's done a really nice job against Auburn last week and now Nichols this week. He's a different guy, but he's had a great start to the season.
Henry gets another carry. Darius Philon making the tackle that time. Got Henry by the ankles. Bijan Jackson, you're right. I mean, that when you think of nose guard, this is what you think about. You don't think about a guy that's 255. You don't have 255 nose guards in high school anymore.
I can tell you the 255 guys were the ones I hated going against even more because they bring that extra quickness. They can do different things. But the previous 2 run plays, you won't see Bijan Jackson show up in the stat book, but a nice job with his run fits on both of those plays.
And number 72, and then Jonathan Williams also involved. The high-low action, which is illegal.
And it happens a lot of times with an offensive lineman and a running back, Matt, because running backs, when they're alone, a lot of times are going to go low on defenders. You want to get the hands down if it's a blitzing linebacker or if they're just coming free off the edge and they're set over to help with protection. So a lot of times the backs are used to going low, and an offensive lineman is either engaged or sometimes will come over to help. Thus you get the chop block. Watch your left tackle here. Again, Cameron Jefferson pulling out. Excellent kick-out block. Sure, it's on a DB, but that's a lot of fun. When you're 6'6", 307, and you get on that little 5'9", 180-pound corner and just bulldoze them around the field a little bit. So right guard coming from the left side of your screen is going to pull out 55, Denver Kirkland. Love the way he redirects there, not only to keep pressure off the quarterback, but to keep that pass lane open as well, the defender's hands down. That allows Brandon Allen time to set up in the pocket, take his time, deliver a strike for a touchdown. Half.
Handoff, Alex Collins. Collins gets close to 10 on the play. BT Sanders making the tackle for Nichols. Collins 7 carries for 75 yards, close to 11 yards per carry in that first half.
Just a nice run, individual effort really by Collins. It's the power play off right tackle. He cuts it all the way backside and is still able to pick up 10 or more yards.
Collins, the nation's top rushing freshman a year ago, over 1,000 yards. Look at that. To the freshman. Jared Cornelius into the end zone. 38 yards later, another Arkansas touchdown.
Going to fake the zone read. That draws the defensive end 99 upfield. And a little push pass, a little shovel pass right underneath to Jared Cornelius. Cornelius with the wheels shows you he can get it done. You get him to the sideline on the perimeter. He'll make a play.
Well, first thing we'll do here, Matt, we'll stop it before the play and just take a look at our front. Now, if you look right here, you're going to get your slot receiver. He's uncovered. The safety's way off the ball. So you're committing more defenders to the tackle box. It's not hard to figure out that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 defenders in the box. And South Carolina right here is committing to stopping the run, and really and truly by alignment, over committing to stopping the run between the tackles. So they're kind of giving you the edge. You can just look and see there's just a lot of green space out here. So I think one thing that Gus Malzahn saw during this game, maybe saw on film in preparation for this game, was we should be able to find some big plays on the perimeter. Now we've shown in the film room all this season how extra defenders were coming down and coming up to the line of scrimmage, trying to take away that zone read. So I think one way that Auburn's going to look to attack that is try to get some fast-hitting plays to the outside. So that defender that has been attacking the end of the line of scrimmage, all of a sudden they're going to be out of position based on that sweep.
We've got 9 guys coming down in the box, and what you're thinking, blocking the edge right here.
Yeah, inside, outside, honestly, I don't think it matters. I don't think 22 wants anything to do with 27, to be honest with you. What you're going to see is a little crash right here by the end man on the line of scrimmage. You got a 5-man front. So when this defensive end crashes, he doesn't have contain anymore. That's where 22 is going to come down. He has contain. Basically, he's the last resort out here to the outside. So what you can't do is come upfield and get your shoulders turned and give somebody the edge. Give that running back the corner. You'll see 22, he comes up. Got to keep the shoulders square so you can play flat down the line of scrimmage. Hopefully push this back to the outside. Maybe get some help from a corner. Maybe run Derrick Henry outside. But when he comes up and gets those shoulders turned, plays a little over-aggressive, you'll see it really doesn't take a whole lot for Derrick Henry to make extra yards on this play. And like you said, cover 0, there's no safety. Get to the second level and you're gone. So it's just really off to the races there. A guy that big shouldn't be able to run that fast, but it's just the way that it goes sometimes.